Hey everybody, it's RowlesTheGamer, and this is part 2 of the Distant World story. First off, let me apologize. You'll have to forgive my beard, it's not fully growing in right as it's supposed to. So it's not quite as good, and I had to trim it for job opportunities and stuff like this, but at least I'm wearing my lucky green shirt again. So there's that. Anyway, picking up where we left off. After the 3 o'clock show was over, there was what you would call an intermission, I suppose. And during this, I walked up the street from the Performing Arts Center, walked in to a Subway, and keep in mind, my phone has been dead this whole time. I think I covered that in the first video. But, just kind of sitting there and doing nothing, right? And just eating and relaxing, because I was really fucking hungry at this point. I mean, I was able to get a few drinks of water and soda and stuff during the first show, but no food. I then decided it'd be a good idea to maybe move my car to a closer location, just because, as I said when I pulled in for the Ranger, they asked me, "Oh, are you going to the Devils game?" And it was, no, I'm going to this other show, so I didn't know how long that was going to be, so I didn't want to have a lot close on me and me not have my car and it be towed away to an impound lot in fucking New Jersey. So anyway, I lost my car. I was disoriented because it turns out the Performing Arts Center is on a side street from Broad City, the main road of that area. And I didn't know this at the time, so I was walking down the wrong street, and I said, okay, let me find the Prudential Center, because that was a landmark I noticed, and it's a big-ass building, it's a big stadium, so of course, I'll be able to find my way when I get there, I asked a few people and walked around, and things were looking dim, and then I finally found it, and it turns out I didn't recognize the really nice entranceway that there is. I wasn't able to see that, so I didn't have a landmark of where it was. Let me move the camera down low. And, yeah. So, finally found my car, went back, I got into it, and by this time, people were filing in for the actual fans who were going to the New Jersey Devils game. So, what I was kind of met with was a big traffic jam, and like I said, I found my car, I drove there, and it turns out I couldn't get on the one street. It was an access way to the street to get back to the Performing Arts Center. So, I drove around in circles for a little while, and I ended up finally finding a police officer. Policemen are your friends, kids, to help with giving me directions to the area that I needed to get to. And there was a parking lot right by the Performing Arts Center, and I paid the $12 to park there, and it was pretty chiller. It was actually even cheaper. I think it was like $9 to park there, and he said, enjoy the show, and I was like, thank you, and I went back in. Then I proceeded to sit down for quite a while, and near the bathroom in like the main hall of the Performing Arts Center, the doors to get in weren't really open yet. Had my phone plugged in, it was charging up, and just bullshitting with other people, and trying to get as much battery life as possible, but things weren't looking that well. I had about 40 minutes to charge my phone, which seems like a bit, but when your phone's completely dead, not really. It's better charging time for like an iPod or something like that. But show started, went in, I was in the real nosebleed sections this time, like way up at the top, and it was, it was still a good, enjoyable show, though, and I think it was more of a everyman type crowd at that point, because the super fans like myself probably came into both shows, and a lot of people, when they asked who was at the show before, like a lot of people applauded, but there are some people who I think it was just like, alright, it's Saturday night and here's a show to go to, so, anyway, 8 o'clock show started. They started with the main themes from 1 through 4 as a medley, and after that they played the victory fanfare after Arnie Roth came back on stage and kind of introduced everything. Good times. 1 through 4 are, I guess, kind of essential plays if you're really in the emulator community or anything, so people probably heard those songs, and it was chiller. It's pretty cool. They played, because I was surprised it didn't get played the first time, they played Aerith's theme from 7, of course, and I have my list here, but I don't know if it's the exact order. I had 3 o'clock show in better order. But Aerith's theme and Bombing Mission from 7, I think those were back-to-back, but if they weren't, the theme of Love from 5 was between the two. I remember that for sure. And those are all good tracks, especially Aerith's theme, because it's elite motif of 7, of course, and 7 has a great soundtrack. And Susan Calloway came back on stage, and she sang Kiss Me Goodbye from Final Fantasy XII. I really like the game. I don't care, if other people really don't dig it. And that's a great song. And that was awesome. She really killed it. Then they brought back Ricky again from sing Suteki Dene again from 10, because if a star is doing an international show, you at least want to have them do both songs, She came out and she kicked ass again. Again, it sounded like it was the studio recording of it. You know what I mean? It was just ridiculous and great. And they play. Now 9 had gotten no love this whole time, right? Poor Final Fantasy 9. It didn't have any songs featured in the show yet. So played Hunter's Chance, which is a great song. Wait, is that... No, that's not what they first played. They played, they brought out an acoustic guitarist who was really, really talented, and they played, Vamos a la Flamenco, the, little Spanish number, and he kicked ass on that. And he stayed on stage for a little while, and, played some other songs with him as well. They played, the theme of Xanarkand, and, that's great. It's good to see 10 featured there. I don't think 10's soundtrack really gets enough love, so it was cool to see that featured. Then there was the break. I believe that's when the break happened. See, I have a lot more songs listed for the, if you check out part 1, I have almost everything there. But, wait, no, there was another song from 9 at that time. And it was the main theme. Memories Erased in the Storm. It's kind of the title theme. I think that was played. Then we went to break. Came back in. The band started up again with... So like I said, sorry, I have all the... Oh, it was from 9. It was Rose of May. Or Roses of May. That was corrected on the title. My iPod's been wrong this whole time. But whatever. That's a great song. That's a great song. And it was really kick-ass. And it went into Eyes on Me. They brought out Susan Calloway again. Eyes on Me from 8, which I fucking love that song. And it's great. And it's a good vocal track. And she kicked ass on it. Then they brought out Arnie Roth had a little intermission there, and he was talking about, I wanted to have a song with Nobuo Uematsu, who he referred to as Nobu-san, out of respect, on stage with us. And I was freaking out, because I was I get to see Uematsu on stage performing live. Fucking right. It was just Arnie Roth and Uematsu, and they were playing the theme from Dark World from 6. Roth on the guitar, Uematsu on his keyboard, and it was a slow back and forth medley going on, and it was pretty fucking nice. And it kicked a lot of ass. I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of blown away. Even though it was a pretty simple song and I was far away, I was like, I'm in the room with Uematsu as he's playing live. This is fucking awesome. But anyway, Uematsu, then they actually brought out Susan Calloway and Ricky again, and they all did a big bow, to thank you for being guests kind of thing. And that was great. Hunter's Chance was played from 9, following that. And there's a song that I can't remember that was played next. And it was pretty cool. I think it was something from 5, but I'm not sure what it was. My bad. And then they played the overall Chocobo theme, and that was intended, just the Chocobo theme, that was intended to be the big hit of the night, right? Then everyone was chanting out, Uematsu came back out to a standing ovation, and everyone was chanting like, oh, there's something we forgot, and Arnie Roth, kind of playing along with it too, and someone started yelling out, Sephiroth, because Sephiroth has to be the big closing number, right? So, wait, we don't have anyone to sing it with. And you're like, oh, wait, yeah, we can figure something out. And the big projector screen comes up. You can see in the picture that I put at the end of last video, there's a projector screen on stage. And it's like doing the little bouncy ball sing-along thing with the Latin chants. And we're all in the audience doing our best to sing along. And it's great. And even at the end, instead of it saying Final Fantasy Distant Worlds with water in the background, you hear Sephiroth's voice actor from Advent Children say, I'll never be a memory, and then the back screen explodes in fire, and it's awesome. And that was the great ending of the night. And it really was moving, Unfortunately, this time during the intermission, I didn't really talk about, because I just sat and tried to charge my phone for 5 minutes if I could, and really do nothing. But I left the art center, and I had all my stuff, and I got to my car and pulled out, and it was actually a pretty smooth transition to get back on the highway, all things considered. And it was a 2.5, 3 hour drive on 2 different connecting roads, much like the way up. But gas was pretty low. I had to pull off at this one area that it was just off the highway, so it wasn't too creepy. But the store was shut down, but I thought, oh, pumps might still be on. So I put a card in and pulled it out. It said pumps aren't active. It's like, fuck. And I was looking around, and if there was only a wooded area around, it would have made a great setting for a horror film. So I got the fuck in my car and got the fuck back out of there. But I did manage to find a place right before Pennsylvania's capital city, Harrisburg, to fill up with gas for the ride home. And I took out a lot of money to spend actually in the city. But I didn't really get to it, so I had some extra coin, and when I got back home, I stopped at the gas station Turkey Hill, got myself a personal pan pizza, sat down and just kind of sucked in the experience, you know what I mean? And I don't know, it was 78 west for 2 hours and I-81 south for 1 hour. That was the travel time, so it was about 3 hours, like I said. Actually, see, as of the time of the release of this video, there's Distant Worlds Pittsburgh is coming pretty soon. I'm probably not going to go to it because I'm doing a lot of stuff right now, but if anyone has a big love of Final Fantasy music, beyond a shadow of a doubt, you need to go check it out. You need to see Distant Worlds because it will blow your fucking mind. Especially if you're a fan of the soundtracks, and especially if you're a fan of classical music. So, I guess that's it for this video, everybody. Thanks for watching. This is RowlesTheGamer signing out. And, we say peace, take it easy, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.